Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. It is time once again for an updates video. My products to update you on drawer was overflowing with product and I have laid them all out in front of me to tell you what I think about them after having tried them a handful of times. I have foundations and concealers and blushes and bronzers and like just everything. I have everything right here in front of me and I'm not going to get started in any particular order. I'm just going to start grabbing products and showing you them, telling you what I think about them and whether or not I recommend them. I have a list with links and timestamps in the description box of the video below, so if there's anything in particular that you want to hear my update on, you can kind of rummage through the video and see. Otherwise, just stay here for the lengthy thing. I truly appreciate it if you do. Obviously, if you're interested in any of these products, check the links in the description box or the products tagged on the video. And with that said, let's go ahead and get started. Sometimes I start in the order of application, but I truly just have a mess in front of me, so I'm just gonna grab things and get started. I'm going to start with lip liners that I have tried during the past few videos. I have two lip liner collections here, and then there is a random one as well, and I'll update you on all three of the formulas. I guess first let's talk about the Mercier lip liners right here. These are her Caviar lip liners. These were sent to me in PR, but you guys know I don't care. I appreciate it. However, I will always tell you how it is. I looked at the price of these and I don't think that they're worth the asking price. Are they good? Yes. In fact, they are my preferred lip liner structure, which is a wooden sharpenable pencil with a soft, creamy, pigmented tip. These are easy to glide. They're very pigmented. They create a lot of definition on the lips, which I certainly appreciate. However, I just think they're way too pricey for a lip liner in my personal humble opinion. These Caviar Perfecting lip liners retail for $29 each, and I feel like you can find comparable formulas for like 30% less of the price that are just as good. Am I keeping them? Yes, I am. I love the colors, and again, I love the formula and the performance of them. It's just a matter of the fact that they're a little pricey, that I'm not necessarily recommending them. Like, they're good, but you can find better for less. And that is particularly true because the next lip liners are $20 a piece, and these are from Say Beauty. This is more standard pricing when it comes to high-end products, we'll say. And these are just as good as the Mercier ones, if not better. The only negative thing about these in comparison is that we have 5 lip liner colors and Mercier has a ton more shades. However, these happen to be the shades that I like anyways. So these Say Beauty Lip Liner 101 pencils are spectacular. Just as creamy, just as defining, just as pigmented. I absolutely love the shades that Say Beauty came out with. Every single one of these 5 Say Beauty lip liners has a beautiful shade. My favorites are Twist for a little bit of a vampy fall look. Tease is beautiful. And then I also really love the shade Flirt. I think Flirt might just be my favorite. It's this one here. It's beautiful. So anyways, if you're looking for a new lip liner formula to fall in love with, definitely check out the Say Beauty ones. They're pigmented, they're wooden pencils that you sharpen, so you always have a very fine tip and they'll last you for a very long time. Plus the shades are beautiful. Highly recommend these. And of course, I am obviously keeping all 5 of mine. Finally, I also tried these 2 right here from Maybelline. These are the Maybelline Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liners, and I got shade 130 Dusty Rose and 110 Purely Nude. I have them swatched right here for you. They are creamy and very pigmented. They're not going to give you the same amount of definition that the pencil lip liners do because these are the ones that you twist up. And honestly, once you lose the tip, there's no way of really gaining it back. And yes, they do have these little plasticky sharpeners in the back of them that supposedly you can use to make them sharp again. But they're so soft, they usually always end up breaking. and so that's a little bit of a hassle, and also that's the main reason I prefer the lip liners and eyeliners that you have to sharpen rather than the twist up ones, because yes, the twist up ones can be very creamy, but there's no way to get a fine sharp tip on them that isn't a struggle. Besides that, when a lip liner or eyeliner pencil is protected by wood, it doesn't dry out easily. These will expire and get hard a lot faster than the pencil lip liner will, because there is air that gets in the plastic that dries out the actual inside of the lip liner, and so for all of those reasons I prefer pencil. However, these are very creamy and very pigmented and also very affordable from Maybelline, so they're really nice. I do like and recommend them. However, my favorite ones I tried this time around are for sure the Say Beauty ones. With that said, I am keeping both of them. Something else I tried from the drugstore that truly surprised me was this right here. This is the Butter Glow Liquid Bronzer from Physicians Formula. I am wearing it today on half of my face, and on the other half of my face I'm wearing the Makeup by Mario Liquid Bronzer, because you guys, these are dupes, dupe-ish. They have a very similar formula with a very similar finish, a very similar amount of coverage to them. The only difference between my two is that the colors are slightly different, but can you even tell? Barely. You can tell a little bit, but barely. I have this side is one, this side is the other one. I feel like you can tell a little bit, but barely. And as far as the finish is concerned, you cannot tell the difference between them. Plus, the Physicians Formula comes in only one color, but the Makeup by Mario one has different ones, so there might be another Makeup by Mario one that matches this one better. Anyways, formula-wise, finish-wise, coverage-wise, application-wise, blendability-wise, these are definite dupes for one another. Let me show you the swatches. And you can currently find the Physicians Formula one at Ulta Beauty for like $11. I'm going to make it pop on the screen right now if you guys are interested in it, because it truly is not just an amazing deal, but also an amazing product. You guys know I'm obsessed with this liquid bronzer right here because it just is so natural looking. So is the Physicians Formula. So take a look. This is my Makeup by Mario one. Again, my Makeup by Mario one's a little bit more on the yellow side. My Physicians Formula one is a bit more like rose goldy bronzy. Also a bit more cool tone. I low-key might like the Physicians Formula color better, which I know is surprising to me too. Obviously, the packaging of the Makeup by Mario one is much better, but the Makeup by Mario one is $36 and this is currently on sale for like $11. So anyways, I'm way too excited about this. Check them out side by side. Again, the colors slightly different, but like the finish, the coverage, the blendability, the way you're going to use them is going to be the exact same. Obsessed with this Physicians Formula Discovery right here. Highly recommended. I love it. Of course, I'm keeping it. I have a couple of new blush formulas I tried, so I guess I'll get through those. The first one is these right here from ColourPop. These are the ColourPop Lip and Cheek Balms, and they come in this beautiful acrylic packaging, and there is like 8 to 10 different shades. They're beautiful. The packaging is amazing. I love the colors. They're long lasting. They blend nicely on the cheeks. Do I need all of these? Probably not. I'm going to keep the more boring muted colors that I know I love and wear, and I probably will be giving the brighter ones or the darker ones away. So let me sort through them real quick. They do have an amazing price, by the way. I believe they're like $10 to $12, and for that price they are totally worth it. I had 8 colors total, and I am keeping 2 for myself, and I'll be gifting away these 6 right here. So these are the brighter reddish orangey darker shades, and then the ones I'm keeping for myself, this one, which whenever I first tried them was the one that I applied and I really liked it, it's called Lucky You. And then I'm also keeping this one here because it looks like a really beautiful blush for the fall time. I just swatched it. It's this color right here, this bronzy shade, and it reminds me of the blush that I'm wearing, which I think is fantastic for this time of year. So I'm going to keep Larchmont Village and Lucky You, and I'm going to gift away the rest of them. If you're looking for a budget-friendly cream blush, these are really nice. They are blushes that you have to build up. They're not going to be too pigmented too fast, so do keep that in mind, but I do like them. Another blush I tried recently is this one here from Maybelline, the Maybelline Fit Me blush, and this is the shade Coral. I tried this at first and I thought maybe it had an overspray that wasn't letting me build it up, but it honestly is just a super faint, very light, barely peachy shade. I thought it would be more pigmented or a little darker than it is. I'm not knocking the whole line of blushes from Maybelline, but the shade Coral I don't love. I feel like I like building up my blushes. I don't like super pigmented blushes, and this is like too much effort. So I wouldn't recommend these at all. And so therefore I'm going to be giving mine away. The next blushes I tried, I am definitely adding to my collection, and that is these beautiful blushes from Cinch Beauty. These are called the Evocative Silk Blush and Angelica Nyqvist. This is Angelica Nyqvist's makeup brand. She did a fantastic job with the formulation and the colors of these blushes. 2024 is the year of blushes. Let's begin with that. Like, so many brands have come out with blushes this year. And for her to create these and for them to actually stand out and be different, huge props to her because she did that. My favorite color is of course the most boring one, but I can't change my very basic self, okay? My favorite color is the shade Riveting Rhubarb, which is this beautiful peachy color here. These are pigmented and buildable and blendable, and they're not shiny, but they have this beautiful like almost satin finish to them. I absolutely love them. And then I also really love the yellow shade she created, and I think I'm actually going to get quite a bit of use out of it because whenever I want to make something a little more golden, a little bronzier, I can mix my blush with this one and get the exact color blush I want. Because I have a neutral to cool tone complexion, I don't see myself using this shade on its own, but I have mixed it with peach blushes in order to make my blush look a bit more like the eyeshadows from the I Need a Warm palette from Natasha Denona, and the result was chef's kiss. So love these, and I will be keeping all 4 of my shades. A couple more blush formulas to talk about. Oden's Eye came out with this light and shadow collection, and they came out with 3 new blushes. I love the packaging. The packaging is my absolute most favorite thing about these, and they are super bright and pigmented, so I'm not going to be keeping them all, but I do plan on keeping one of them. My favorite color they did was this one right here. It is called Luminous Heat, and even though it looks super intense, you can actually blend it. See, you can blend it to look super beautiful and blend it out and like just kind of like a peachy shade. I wore this one on my review video and I really loved it, so I am absolutely keeping this color. But because I am not the biggest fan of super pink blushes, I will be giving the other 2 away, even though I'm obsessed with this packaging. So I'm keeping this one, and formula wise, if you like the colors of the blushes, absolutely go for them because they are blendable and pigmented and beautiful. I just don't love the pink blushes as much as I love this shade, so that's why I'm only keeping one. Lastly, I'm also keeping and loving and cherishing forever the blush from the Little Mermaid collection and Sigma. Not only is the blush pigmented and beautiful and like this baby pink color that doesn't intimidate me as much, check it out right there, and here's what it looks like inside, but also I have never seen cuter blush packaging in my life, okay? Even if it was like a dark purple blush or like neon green blush, I don't know. The color honestly wouldn't have mattered and I would still be keeping it because I love the packaging so much. But then on top of that, it is actually a beautiful pink blush shade that doesn't scare me, so I absolutely love it. And if you are interested in the Little Mermaid and Sigma collection, definitely not just get the palette. Get the blush as well because you're going to love this packaging and the blush as well. Let's move on to highlighter. I only have a couple, maybe 3 highlighter formulas to talk about today. My favorite one, also from the Little Mermaid collection, this one here with the same packaging as the blush, and then this is what the highlighter looks like. It has a duochrome pearly white / pink undertone. Take a look right there at what it looks like on the back of my hand. I put it on my face and I liked it. It doesn't enhance my texture. It's super finely milled. It doesn't have any chunky glitters in it or anything like that. I absolutely loved it. And again, the packaging is my favorite, so I'm keeping it. I also tried, this came broken, which is a huge disappointment. And I have dropped it 4 times now. Finally actually broke. Hold on, let's talk about it in a second. I smashed it back together the best I could. The thing is still loose in there. I need to either fix it or remember that it's broken. Anyways, I tried the Golden Highlighter Trio from Natasha Denona recently. The formula is super creamy, very pigmented. However, I don't think I recommend these, and the reason is that you only end up using, in my opinion, unless you have like the perfect tan skin and you can kind of do everything when it comes to highlighter, I feel like you're only going to end up using 1 or 2 of the shades in here at most. You're not going to be able to use all 3 highlighters in here unless you're a makeup artist or something like that. And so for that reason, I just prefer to recommend individual blushes rather than blush palettes. It is unfortunately the type of highlighter formula that can tend to enhance my skin's texture. So I didn't end up falling in love with this highlighter formula. I am keeping it though because I spent a lot of money on it, but I don't recommend that you do the same. Third and last highlighter formula I tried is from Oden's Eye, from the same light and shadow collection I mentioned earlier. And once again, the packaging, 10 out of 10. The highlighters in here, right off the gate, I'm going to tell you I don't recommend them because, and I don't recommend them for everyday wear. Let me specify. They're beautiful, they're spectacular, they're super glittery. I would say like if you go to like a lot of concerts and you want to have super shiny like concert glitter situations happening, then yes, absolutely go for them because look at how pretty your skin can look, right? However, for the face, for like wearing them on a daily basis, these are, I don't have space. These are a lot, they're almost like glitter shadows rather than highlighters. So I don't know, they're fun for sure, but I just don't think that I would recommend these, at least not for like daily use. I don't know, I don't think I can recommend them, but I like them. Am I giving them away? I don't think I can. I like them enough and I'm delusional enough to think that I might use them at some point. So I'm gonna keep them for now. Let's move on to some powders. I tried or retried, because I did have this a long time ago, the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. And I think when I had this in the past, a lot of powders weren't for me per se because I couldn't bake with a sponge and the brush application all over the face wasn't for me because I have such very dry skin. However, now that I am into using makeup puffs to apply my powder under the eyes, and now that I do the little get the powder, work it in, dust off the excess thing, and that works so well for me. I can make pretty much any powder work, so this powder now works for me as well. I like it enough. It's not like becoming a new favorite or anything, but I am going to keep it, and it's a good drugstore alternative for sure. I think the puff technique though is the most important thing. The other powders I tried recently were these from Tower 28. One of them has like this pink undertone. If you're looking for a new pressed powder for the convenience of having a pressed powder to touch up on the go, I would recommend these. But personally, for like when you're at home applying your makeup and you can make a bit more of a mess, I definitely prefer loose powders to these. So I am keeping them, but I don't think that they're going to become a favorite product of mine. I just think they're nice to have for on the go, but loose powders is currently where it's at for me. I have quite a few different lip formulas to update you on, so I'm just going to get started with Nars, I guess. These right here from Nars, the Explicit Lipstick Collection. The packaging, super, super mega beautiful. And the formulas, the pigmentation, how smooth they are, the finish, it's like silky and buttery and hydrating, but they have this like semi-matte finish to them. I love them, okay? I love them. However, I did receive these in PR and they sent me whichever 5 colors they saw fit. And I'm a little specific, I guess. Maybe I'm particular when it comes to lipstick colors, or maybe they just sent me weird lipstick colors. I don't know. The point is, because I prefer nudes and nudie pink shades, and I got 0 of those in this collection here. Even though I love the formula, I'm going to be giving these away. These are now a Christmas present for my mother-in-law because she loves funky lipstick colors. And so I know that she is going to use these so much. But I know that if I kept them, again, because I do really like the formula, I would not get as much use out of them. So I'm going to be giving these to her for Christmas. Nobody tell her. However, I like the formula so much that I do plan on getting some of the shades that I like for myself. Maybe like once the Sephora sale hits, I'll get a couple of shades for myself that I like. But these shades in particular, I am going to gift because they're not my cup of tea. The formula though, beautiful. Remember at the beginning of the video when I told you that the Laura Mercier lip liners weren't worth it for the price? I'm here to tell you that the Laura Mercier Caviar lipsticks are worth it for the price. These are pricey, okay, but you don't need many of them. Just choose one shade for yourself and be happy with it and thank me later. These are, I believe, like $40 a piece, so they're quite pricey for a lipstick. However, the formula and the packaging of these Laura Mercier lipsticks is unmatched. Take a look right here at the packaging. It is metal packaging, it is weighted, it is heavy, it's got this magnet to it that is beautiful. I just chose a random shade to show you a nude one that I like. Take a look right there at what it looks like. And these have a matte finish to them, but they feel like butter on the lips. If you're into beautiful, elegant, luxury packaging and creamy, beautiful formulas, you're not going to regret getting yourself one of these Laura Mercier lipsticks because they are worth it. They're so beautiful. I do have a discount code on the Laura Mercier website that can save you some money. With code PATTY15, you can get them for 15% off. Thank me later. I believe you're going to absolutely love them. This color, by the way, I'm putting it on top of the gloss, so this is not the actual finish of them. They have a more matte finish, but I'm putting them on top of a gloss so they don't look matte. This color I love. This one is called 610 Blush Chanel. So pretty. Anyways, you guys know I always tell you my most honest opinion. The lip liners, not worth it. The lipsticks though, I do think are worth it. I cannot go through the shades right now to decide which ones I want and which ones I don't want. Plus, I love their packaging and the formula so much that for now I am going to keep them all. So greedy, but I am going to keep them all. Honestly, Laura Mercier's team lost their mind when they sent these over. I'm so thankful. They're so beautiful. These liquid lipsticks right here from Benefit. They're called the Moisturizing Lip Tints. I have 4 different colors. They're okay. I like the packaging. I really thought that these were going to be blushes before I realized that they were like tints for your lip. I don't know. They're kind of meh. I don't love them and I don't recommend them, and I think I'm going to give them away. Even though I like the packaging, I know I'm not going to be reaching for these, so I'm going to give them away, and I don't think you should get them. Moving on, I tried 2 new lip oils from Fantasy Cosmetica, and after using them a couple of times, I realized I don't love this formula. There are far better lip oil formulas out there. I don't know if it's a matter of like the packaging, maybe with the doe foot applicator these would spread more evenly, but I just don't think that they spread very evenly, and so for that reason I'm not in love with them and I am going to be giving them away. And honestly, I had something very similar happen to me with these from L'Oreal. Like, I love the way the L'Oreal ones look, but I'm just going to keep adding lipstick on, I guess. See, they have a really beautiful, even consistency. They apply really pretty and they're nice and shiny. Why didn't I like them? I'm kidding. I remember they kind of bunch up a little bit, like on the lips, like they do that like sticky thing that some glosses do. And so for that reason, I'm not obsessed with them. However, I do like them. Do I want to keep them? I think I'm going to keep them for now. I like them enough that I'm going to keep them, but like the formula did have that ooey gooey thing that like I wasn't a fan of. Then I have the 3 lip oils from the Sigma Little Mermaid collection. Yes, yes, yes. These are beautiful and hydrating and they make your lips super mega extra juicy. Absolutely love them. I love the formula. I love the colors they chose for this collection. 10 out of 10. I do love these. Highly, highly recommend them if you're interested. Definitely check out my Sigma and Little Mermaid video if you want to see them all put to good use with like the blush and the highlighter that I spoke about earlier and all of that, because that collection was so good. Only 2 more lip formulas to go through. These from Adept Cosmetics. If you're looking for a glittery lip gloss oil type situation, look no further. Adept Cosmetics has you covered. I have never ever seen lip oils slash lip glosses as glittery as these. These are crazy glittery, and they're not, for how much glitter they have on them, they're not awfully uncomfortable to wear, I'll be honest. Let me show you one of the more nudie, boring colors that I like better. Take a look right there. Honestly, if you want glittery, shiny, juicy lips, I recommend them. I'm definitely going to keep them for now. These are so much fun. Lastly, I have the Say Beauty lip oils. I tried these along with the Say Beauty lip liners I was raving about earlier, and I love them just as much. The formula is incredible. The colors are fantastic. They are long lasting, especially for lip oils, hydrating. I love the colors, nothing to complain about. Definitely going to be keeping all of them, and if you're looking for new lip oils, I do recommend them. These and the Little Mermaid lip oils from Sigma were my absolute most favorite lip oils that I tried recently. Did I mention I'm keeping them? I'm keeping them. I've been storing things as I go so that I don't have to finish filming and then store everything away. Plus, everything I decide to keep, I put in my collection after I do the updates video. Never before, because otherwise I would forget what I tried. Let's talk some foundation, since I have a few different formulas I have tried during the past few months. I want to first tell you about the LYS foundation. This is their new Stick Creamy foundation, and I liked it okay, but it's not my favorite cream foundation I have tried, because I find that it doesn't fully sink into my dry skin. I feel like it kind of stays sitting on it a little bit. It's not a lot, but I see it and it does bother me a bit, and so for that reason it's not my favorite. The LYS liquid foundation is beautiful. I love it. It's one of my favorites, but this cream didn't do the same for me. Again, it just sits on top of my skin. It doesn't absorb fully. It might be that my skin is just too dry for this formula, but it honestly, unfortunately, was not a favorite of mine. I think I'm going to keep it to reference it, but I don't see myself using it a lot, to be honest. I also recently tried the Sigma Beauty Skin Perfector Hydrating Skin Tint. This was also not a favorite of mine. I liked it okay. I loved the finish. It was nice and natural looking. I usually go for tints that like sink right into the skin faster or better than this one does. These did have a bit of a sticky feeling to them almost. Not much, but like I could feel them laying on the skin a bit. They are very, very natural looking, which means that they don't fully cover my rosacea on my cheeks. I liked it okay, but I don't think it's a new favorite product of mine either. Will I keep it? Yes, I'm going to keep it for reference. but I feel like the more I wore it, the more I was like, it's okay, but I have better, you know? Next, let's talk about the Urban Decay Face Bond Foundation. I haven't worn this one a lot of times, but I did wear it for a full day yesterday, and today it is the foundation I have on. This foundation does not say it's for dry skin. It's not made for my skin type. However, even I can make it work with my skin type. I feel like this foundation for people who have normal, combination, or oily skin is probably a 10 out of 10. Because the only issue I see with it is that it gets a little bit too dry looking around my mouth after wearing it for a few hours. And it's like barely, I can barely see it. So I'm sure that people with normal, combination, or oily skin are absolutely loving this one. It's thin, it has a beautiful medium buildable coverage, it blends beautifully. Even with my dry skin, I kind of love it. So this is definitely a yes. If you were wondering about it, I would say try it. And I honestly feel very, very similar about the new OneSize Beauty Liquid Foundation. This one is also a matte finish foundation. It also has a liquidy consistency. It sinks right into the skin. This one has a full coverage rather than medium. So you definitely don't need to build this one up. It is full pigment right away. And I basically have the same experience with this one. I don't think it's meant to be for dry skin, but even with my dry skin, I can totally make it work for me. I did see it got a little bit dry throughout the day around my mouth area, which is my driest area, but I am sure that normal, combination, and oily people have to be obsessed with this formula, because even I, with my desert dry skin, can make it work, and I think it looks beautiful. So yeah, if you've been wondering about this one as well, I like it and recommend it. But if you have desert dry skin like mine, there is a better option out there for you, which I'm going to talk about next. By far my favorite foundation I tried during the past month or so was this one here, the PATRICIAALONSO foundation. If you pay attention to the description boxes of my videos, ever since I tried this foundation, it was mostly what I wore when I wasn't trying a new foundation for the rest of the videos, because I love it. If you have desert dry skin like mine, this is the new foundation you need. If you have normal, combination, or oily, check out OneSize Beauty or Urban Decay. But for the dry skin people out there, definitely go for PATRICIAALONSO. This foundation has a ton of skincare benefits to it. It blends like a dream. It has a beautiful glowy finish, a fantastic medium coverage. I like the way it wears throughout the day. It looks glowy and beautiful and natural. It never looks dry on my desert dry skin. It's fantastic in my opinion. I have heard very mixed reviews on it. Some people like it, some people don't. But if you have normal or dry skin, definitely consider this one, especially if you have dry skin like mine. This is going to be our best new option from the new foundations on the market. For sure, it is beautiful. For my shade twins, I have shade 10 natural, okay? Wait a minute, I am not keeping all three of my OneSize Beauty foundations. I'm going to keep light 30, which is still a little bit darker than my complexion. My shade should be light 20 in this OneSize Beauty one. So that's the one I'm keeping, and then I'm going to give away my darker shades because I'm never going to be this color. I only tried one new concealer formula in the past couple of months, and it was this one here from Bare Minerals, the Bare Minerals Bare Pro 16-hour wear concealer. I liked it. It did not dry out my under eyes, which was my main concern, because it does say that it is a very long-lasting matte concealer. I honestly don't even think it's a very matte. For me, it has more of a natural finish to it. It's creamy. The coverage is fantastic. I do like it and recommend it. It's a bit more creamy than like the liquidy concealers I personally tend to prefer, but it looks really good under my eyes, to be honest, so I like it. I'm keeping it. This right here from the drugstore, the Lumi Glotion from L'Oreal, I got in the shade 902 Light Glow. I just don't see myself using it a lot, to be honest. It's kind of too liquidy, that's what it is. I wish the formula was a bit more concentrated than it is, to use as like a highlighter type product rather than all over the face. I'm never going to be the person to use one of these all over the face and then put a foundation on top. This is what I would want to do with it. Just put it on the tops of my cheekbones and make my cheeks glow. But it kind of doesn't have a concentrated enough formula. It looks pretty, but I have better. I think I'm going to give it away, and I don't recommend it. I tried a new brand recently. It's called Dundas. This just came in PR. I tried it. Honestly, didn't like much of it at all. The bronzer in particular, do not recommend. It's too dark and it's not creamy and blendable enough. I had a hard time blending it. It doesn't blend down. It's like a little patchy, a little too dark, even the lightest colors are. So I don't recommend the Dundas bronzer at all. If you are into creamy concealers, though, I did try a second concealer formula, I forgot. Creamy concealers, these were fantastic. The coverage was good. They were nice and highlighty. They lasted beautifully. Even though they're cream, they sunk right into the skin. I had no issues with these Dundas stick concealers. So if a stick concealer is your thing, I would definitely try these. They're nice. I'm totally going to keep them. And then my favorite thing from the brand by far was this double-ended eyeliner here, because it is so creamy and so pigmented. If you're on the hunt for a new black or white or both eyeliner, the creaminess and the pigmentation of this is unmatched. So the link is down below if you're interested, and I am keeping it. I am not keeping the Dundas bronzer, but like I said, I am keeping the concealers. Finally, only a handful of products to go. I have two foundations I tried recently. A high-end one and a drugstore one. I actually didn't like the Polite Society Greatest Lashes of All Time mascara. It promised a lot and delivered very little. My lashes could not have looked more average. I'm going to keep it because I spent my money on it, and it's mascara, and I can always wear mascara under false lashes. No mascara can do any wrong under false lashes, so I'll keep it for that, but I don't love it. And the drugstore mascara I tried, which is this Maybelline Firework mascara, I actually put it on underneath my lashes, and I wish I would have shown you what that looked like before I put the lashes on, because this mascara is fire. My lashes looked long and beautifully separated. Not the thickest, most build-up lashes, but they looked beautiful. Long, separated. Feel like it got better a few days after I purchased it. Like, the more I use it, the more I like it, because the formula is getting a little thicker and it's grabbing onto my lashes better. So yes, this one, no this one, but I am keeping both. NYX Professional Makeup Blur Sunscreen SPF 30. I like it okay. I'm keeping it. If you're looking for a primer with an SPF, I feel like not a lot of primers have SPF, so this definitely could be an option. My only issue with it is that it feels a little sticky. It goes away, but it feels a little sticky when you first apply it. So do with that information what you will. I like it okay. It's nice. It's affordable. It has the SPF protection in it. A little sticky. I am keeping it though. I liked it enough that I see myself continuing to reach for it. And then I tried the Milani Make It Last Original Setting Spray. A long time ago I had the Make It Dewy, which I loved because it made myself very dewy, but I didn't realize that it was making my hair super oily. So I had to stop using that. I don't have that issue with this one because this one doesn't have the oiliness situation happening to it. It does make your makeup last for a very long time. And as far as like setting sprays are concerned, I believe this is the best you can get at the drugstore. So I do like it. I recommend it if you're looking for an affordable setting spray. This says up to 24 hours of wear on your makeup. It doesn't change the way your makeup looks underneath, which that is important to me. And I do believe that it makes your makeup last for quite a bit of time. And then last but certainly not least, my Hourglass face palettes. Here I feel like this was the release of the season, and I already told you guys in my review video how much I love these, so I don't even feel like I need to update you on them. I love these. I guess my update is that I was very surprised to see that I'm getting as much use out of the Evil Eye palette as I'm getting out of the Dragon palette. I'm reaching for both of these the same amounts of times. I thought I would reach for the Dragon one over the others much more, but no, I'm actually going for both of them because both of them have colors I love. Both of them have bronzers I can use and blushes I can use. I can use the finishing powders on both of these bronzers as well. So don't limit yourself just to the Dragon palette. Know that you can also get a lot of use out of the Evil Eye one. If you've been wondering whether or not to grab it, grab it. It is beautiful. I highly recommend both of these if your complexion is similar to mine. Obviously, the Lotus one is also fantastic. It just has much deeper colors that I can't use as much as the lighter colors in the other two. If you have a tan to dark complexion, this is where you're at right here, and I know that it's been getting fantastic reviews. But light to medium complexions, definitely know that you can use both of these, because I truly believe that both of them work for light and medium complexions. And of course, all of them are getting added to my collection right now. All right, that was the last of it. That is the end of this video. If you stayed all the way to the end, let me know in the comment section by leaving me a ball emoji in the comments. Whether it's a soccer ball or a football or a tennis ball, just leave me a ball down in the comment section. Any emoji ball you find, just leave it in the comment section below and I will know you watched all the way till the end. I love you all so much. If you're interested in any of the products I talked about, check out the description box for the links, check out the products tagged on the video. And that is it from me today. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you back in the next one. Bye.